Antisocial Club has been acquired by Marquee Brands. About a week or two ago, we did a video chronicling the rise and fall of Antisocial Club and all of the issues that plagues it. In the video, we stated how I'm not sure if the brand is actually dead or whether they could bounce back. But, well, it looks like some really rich people seem to think that they can bounce back. But before we get into all of the details of the story, don't forget to smash that like button. Liking and sharing the video is the best way to help us to continue to grow as a channel, and we really can't do it without you guys' help. But with that being said, let's jump right in. According to a report by the Business of Fashion, Antisocial Club has been snatched up for an undisclosed sum by license-hungry Marquee Brands, the same company that operates Martha Stewart and Emeril Lagossi's namesake brands. The Antisocial Club purchase follows a recent string of high-profile streetwear-leaning acquisitions made by other management firms like Authentic Brands Group, who purchased Reebok, and VF Corp, who we all know bought Supreme. Quote, "Our plan is to let Antisocial Club be Antisocial Club, with no intent to change the brand DNA, values, or culture," Marquee Brands Chief Executive Neil Fisk said in a statement that sounded a lot like what VF Corp CEO Steve Rendle said when his company bought Supreme. As we are all aware of, Antisocial Club rose to fame in 2015 on the strength of a catchy name and minimal designs. Their overnight rise to fame and stardom is the stuff of legend. They've collaborated with tons of the biggest brands and were looked at as one of the front runners in the industry. However, their tales of delayed shipment has become synonymous with Nick Lurk and his brand over the years as well, as you can find tons of people to complain about slow shipment times and never getting products at all. But Marquee Brands, like most venture capitalist companies, only seem to see dollar signs when it comes to Antisocial Club. I'm sure they're like, hey, here's this cool brand that all the kids are into, and they're looking to sell to us. But on the other side of the coin, I'm pretty sure a company as large as they are would definitely improve the logistics side of things, right? I mean, at least we can hope so. But the big question is, can Marquee Brands bring Antisocial Club back to the prominence in which they once had? The issue with these things is, by the time most brands sell out to big corporate, they're already at the end of their run. The heart and soul was injected into them by their original creators, and people took to them for that reason. But by the time the big guys get their hands on it, they're just running out of retread of a wave that's already come and gone. That's not to say that they can't squeeze a bit more juice out of the orange though. Look at VF Corp, for example. They've been profitable with Supreme every year since they bought it. But that's Supreme though, one of the biggest streetwear brands of our generation. But what about brands like Dope? For every successful acquisition, there's been tons of duds. And I think the reason for that is because large corporations have no idea what made the brand successful in the first place. Sure, they can crunch numbers and study charts and graphs, but none of that shows the intangibles of what made the brand pop in the first place. Most streetwear brands were created by guys and girls who had a vision of a new idea that hadn't been previously explored in the market. They went out on a limb on the hopes that people would like their stuff. And this passionate gamble forged works of the heart. But by the time the suits get their hands on the thing, it's nothing more than a business decision. Years ago, when I first got the desire to go into business for myself, I read a book that said you should never start a business just to make money. And sure, of course, that's the ultimate end goal. But if that's the main motivation for you starting the business, then you're likely to fail. And why is that? Because there's no heart and soul in what you're doing. Take me, for example. I pour a shitload of time into making these videos. And what do I get? A couple of hundred views. And don't get me wrong, I truly appreciate you guys that watch. But if I was doing this just for the money, then I would have quit a long time ago. This is part of the problem that I see with corporate buyouts of streetwear brands. Sure, they have tons of highly credentialed and educated and sophisticated employees who attended the most expensive of colleges and have all kinds of papers certifying them as hot shit. But none of them can inject soul into a project. If anything, The basis of big business is the complete opposite. It's sold less. That's not to say that they can't get a hit from time to time. Sometimes they're smart enough to actually hire qualified individuals that actually have a connection to the product. And in this case, it can work. I say all that to say this. Just because a streetwear brand goes corporate doesn't automatically mean the death of the brand. But in many times, that's exactly what happens. So in the case of Antisocial Club, who really knows? The brand still has fans, and with the right moves, they could regain some of the hype again. God knows the logistics and shipment and customer service can only improve. And in fact, for many that list this as their biggest gripe about Antisocial Club, they might see the acquisition as a reason to get back on board. But on a side note, in the comment section of the rise and fall of the Antisocial Club video that we previously did, I got a comment from a guy that said he too got random compliments from older ladies about how they love the slogan of Antisocial Club. And I'm telling you, bro, for some reason, the older ladies, they love it. If you into cougars, you might want to buy up a bunch of Antisocial Club because they really are into it for some reason. It's crazy. I don't get it. But if you too have gotten random compliments from older people while wearing Antisocial Club, then hit us up in the comment section and let us know, because it really is a phenomenon. I'm telling you, it's crazy. But what do you think? Do you think the buyout is a good move and it'll bring Antisocial Club back? Or does it no longer matter to you because you've already moved on? Hit us up in the comment section and let us know. Also, if you haven't by now, then please hit that like and subscribe button. Liking and sharing the video is the best way to continue to help us grow as a channel. I complain about only getting 500 or so views per video, but I truly appreciate all of you guys that watch our videos on a weekly basis and leave comments, because it really helps me keep going. I'm not gonna lie, I love doing these videos, but sometimes when you check out the numbers and you see that you're only getting 100 or 200 views, it can be demoralizing. But getting those comments from you guys really helps me to say, hey man, there's people out here that likes the stuff. So it helps me to keep going. So I appreciate you guys, and I ask that you please continue to like and share the videos so that we can grow as a channel and be as big as some of the other channels that are out there. But with that being said, I'm Nate the Great from TakeFlight214.com. Until next time, signing out. Peace.